Hello y'all, how you doing? Today is one of those days where it looks like I'm going to be dodging rain off and on all day. But it's really past time, for me at least, to get my garden in the ground. So what I'm going to do today is just that. I'm going to start planting things. I'm going to start with seeds though, because we do have like 3 or 4 days of rain coming up. And for me, that's the perfect time to plant seeds. So I'm down here at my bottom garden, and I've got this area over here that I have tarped, and I'm going to pull back one of the tarps and plant some pole beans. I've just got some Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I'm going to plant them, and then they can climb up the trellising there.
I got patchouli in my pockets, wool socks in my shoes. Rolling down the back road singing Grateful Dead tunes. I played checkers with an old fella at a roadside stand. He said, son, you might stay lost if you don't have a plan. They call me a drifter, a twist in the grain, but I follow where the fireflies whisper my name. I got one hand thumbing, one hand open wide. West Virginia wind hitching me a ride. I've seen hollers sing a love song, rivers carve a rhyme, trading meals for the stories that I gather over time. You can call it strange, you can call it fate, but
I'll plant that whole packet of pole beans. And I want to say that row is somewhere between 20 and 30 feet, and the ground where I had it tarped is already moist, and it's going to be raining for the next several days, so that should water it in pretty well. So I'm in my top garden, and what I want to do is I've got these I have this corn, and this was old seed, so I knew it wasn't going to have great germination. But I want to get the ones that did germinate planted, and then I'm going to plant a bunch of seeds, corn seeds. I have some early glow sweet corn seeds that I'm going to plant, so that way this rain can benefit them. So this row right here is where I'm going to start my corn. I'm going to start it right here and go as far as I need to until all the seeds are planted, and then I'll come in with a different plant and plant that. I think my battery's getting ready to die, so I will record as much of this as I can.
call it home, and it sure feels great. Stopped off at a diner where the jukebox still plays. Met a girl named June who made me question my ways. She had a tattoo of Orion and a steelwork.
The little corn plants I planted are a couple of different types of corn, but they're all sweet corn, and I don't care if they cross-pollinate. It's fine. I'm going to plant them all together anyways. Now that I've got all the plants planted, I'm going to start on my early Sunglow sweet corn. And I've got 2 packages of this, and I'm going to plant them all.
His hands said you ain't gotta roam just to take a stand. They say you can't be both grounded and free, but I met a stargazer sitting in a booth next to me. I got one hand in my pocket, one hand by my side. West Virginia trooper offered me a ride. I've heard farmers sing a love song, woodworkers bust a rhyme, trading weed for the stories that I gather over time. You can call it strange, you can call it fate, but I call it life, and it sure feels great.
Dwarf and micro dwarf tomatoes sorted. I'm just going to start them in this aisle where I left off with the corn, and I'm just going to let them sprawl across the ground. So those will go next.
Once I thought I needed some faraway land, chased mirages in the desert, left my footprints in the sand. But every road kept bending like the curves of a stream, till I found out I've been bringing myself back to me.
So here Right there is where all my dwarfs and micro dwarfs start. And as I go down the aisle, you can see they got more and more space between them because as you go down the line, they're bigger. So smallest ones start down there, and the ones that get bigger are down here. And then I started some sweet peppers right there. And when I get the rest of them up here, I will continue that with sweet peppers until I run out. And then I'll fill in the end. The next thing I'm going to do is work on this middle aisle here and start getting some of my regular tomatoes in the ground. I've got a tray of them up here, and that's what I'll start with. So let's go.
Now I got both hands holding on, both feet planted strong. West Virginia skies still carrying my song. I've seen horses run headlong, heard woodpeckers tap in time, traded the road for the wisdom I've been searching to find. You can call it strange, you can call it fate, but I call it my world, and it sure feels great.
My battery died sometime during planting my tomatoes, so I want to show you where I got to, and then I will finish planting the rest of this row. I had to go down and get a few more, so let me kind of show you where I got to. I have this whole side planted all the way down to the end. And then I still have this area. Let's see. My last tomato went in right there. So I still have all of that area to go. I'm going to get the rest of this row planted hopefully before the rain starts. I know it's real sunny right now, but it is supposed to rain some more. So let's see if I can get these in the ground before that happens.
So if you're ever out this way with a story to trade, I'll be sitting by the fire, pouring bourbon in the shade. I got patchouli in my pockets, wool socks in my shoes, rolling down the back road singing Grateful Dead tunes. I played checkers with an old fella at a roadside stand. He said, son, you might stay lost if you don't have a plan. They call me a drifter, a twist in the grain, but I follow where the...
It looks like I have enough room for one more tomato on the end of this row, and I will just pick one from down around my greenhouse and bring it back up later. In the meantime, let's see if I can do a type tour real quick. We're going to start on this end and work our way down and back around. So that is a sun sugar. This is Isis Candy. That one is Darth Mater. Uluru Ochre. Woolly Red Wine. Yellow Ping Pong, it's tiny, it germinated not too long ago. Thai Pink Egg, this one was really stressed out and yellowing, it needed planted bad. Marcia's Starfighter Heart. Woolly Kate Yellow. Rebel Starfighter VT16. This one right here is Patio Choice. This one is Mannon's Majesty, West Virginia 23. Rebel Starfighter Prime. Jelly Bean. Marcia's Starfighter Heart. This one is Patio Choice. Butterscotch Paste. Darth Mater. Sergeant Pepper's, Ice's Candy, Sun Sugar, and Black Cherry. Now let's go to the other side. This one is Holy Land Yellow Strain. This one is Sugar Rush. This one is Red Furry Boar. This one is Boxcar Willie. This one is Large Barred Boar. Woolly Blue Wine. Thai Pink Egg. Dean's Chocolate Salty Balls. Big White Pink Stripes. Glossy Rose Blue. Brown Sugar. Sweet Aperitif. Potato Leaf Variegated, and as you can see, it is variegated. Prairie Fire. Rebel Alliance. Marcia's Starfighter Beefsteak. Xanadu Green Goddess. Emalia. Rebel Starfighter VT-16. Sergeant Pepper's. Garden Peach. Rebel Starfighter Prime. Mountaineer Pride, West Virginia 17A, and a Sun Gold. Like I said, I do have room for one more tomato up here, and I do have more tomatoes that will go in my bottom garden. But as for up here, those are the varieties I have, except for the one I'll bring up later. Now let me go over my micro dwarf varieties real quick. Okay, we have Lucky Swirl, both of those. We have Mr. Snow, both of those. Black Fire, both of those. See, here we have Copperhead. Both of these in this row are Copperhead. This one is both Strawberry Lemonade. This one and the one behind it. This one is, let's see. There's what it is. Let's see if I can pronounce it. Where-O Kawaii. Alright, that's these two. This one right here is Geranium Kiss, and so is that. This is Father's Frost, both of those. This is Garden Pearl, both of those. Chibico Whippersnapper. Tiny Tim Bunny Blues. Orange Hat Droplet. Pippo, Rosie Finch, and Rosie Finch. They are closer together on this end. I think I said this already, but they are closer together on this end than they are down there, because I've got my smallest ones down here. I tried to plant them from smallest to biggest. It's getting really warm, and I got more than half of this garden up here planted. So I think I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. It truly does make all these gardening chores so much more pleasant to have someone to spend it with. I guess I'll see you back up here whenever I'm getting this part planted, or maybe I'll see you at the bottom whenever I get those tomatoes planted. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next. Either way, thanks for watching. Bye.